Hi there. Excuse me. I'm just wanting to do a little video, and this video is going to be about, and as you can see, I've just woke up. But I was excited to do a video, and this video is going to be about mental health and narcissism and very important subjects. And firstly, I want to say that I was suffering from these kind of things before the spiritual awakening. I had a lot of neediness and a lot of insecurities. So I understand. It's like, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a trained psychologist, but I feel like I'm an intuitive psychologist because of the fact that I've actually experienced these things. I'm not someone who's just repeating information from like college or something. I've actually experienced, I believe, narcissism, and I've experienced insecurity, and I've experienced all these kind of things that make narcissism and make people act like this. A lot of people talk about this, but they don't understand because they haven't experienced it. I've really experienced this stuff, and I've healed from it. At the age of 24, I'm 32 now, and at the age of 24 I had an unexpected spiritual awakening out of nowhere. I wasn't into this kind of stuff, I didn't know anything about it, and then it was unexpected, and you think you're going mad, and obviously one thing led to another, and to cut a long story short, went through this amazing awakening, and one thing led to another, and here I am now talking about all this information, of course, of which just manifests. It's, I don't look externally for stuff, it just manifests. It's like the awakening happened because I chose to look within, and I get relentless insight into relentless subjects. But I want to talk about narcissism, and I want to talk about that. And my understanding of it is because of the fact that it comes from insecurity, it comes from neediness, it comes from not liking yourself a lot and not having a lot of self-love or self-confidence. And so I understand these kind of people because of the fact that I was going through it, and also I've knew people like this my entire life. My mum used to do psychic fairs, and she would have people who would be really jealous of her. I was about 6 years of age in these psychic fairs, so I've been around this field a long time. I'm not green as grass. I've been around this field since I was 6, and because of that, I understand. And there's a lot of people in the spiritual movement who aren't what they say they are. Right? They haven't had a big awakening, and what they do is they look up information externally. And and my mum used to get people getting jealous of her in shows because they thought that she was better than them. And what it is people in the lower dimension, the third dimension you could say, which is the normal human dimension, when you have that spiritual awakening, you're right into the fifth dimension, which is the deletion of ego. And this is how you enter nirvana now. But it's a long process of a lot of healing. But people that aren't of that don't understand your thinking, and they're still ego driven. So in the spiritual community, it's cut into two sections. It's split into two sections where you've got the spiritually awake people, which is not a lot of them, people that have had unexpected spiritual awakenings, and you get other people that have done courses. Now, the people that have done the courses and read from external information are not conscious, right? They're dealing. It's like you're dealing with someone just at a college or university. They've even got a PhD in spirituality, but yet it can't get you a spiritual awakening. So it's not really worth it, is it? And so the thing that everyone wants just now is the awakening. But these people that haven't had the awakening, they're still in their egos, you see. And I've had so many people contact me on the internet. I mean, I've lost count. There's loads of them, and they're all people that haven't had awakenings. And some of them are on my side, but there's a lot of them that are what they do is, what I've worked out is the narcissist works in three sections. Section 1 is they come across as your friend. I've had this so many times. The stage 2 is they start to belittle you, subtly. And the third section and phase is then they start to insult you openly. And this is because their games hasn't worked. And if you're a person that is going through a narcissistic situation, a relationship, I've not went through that, I don't think. But if you are, and you'll watch their behaviour. I've watched psychologists talk about it, and people that on YouTube, and they say that they start off really nice and then they start to subtly bring you down. And I understand why. Because I used to go through these kind of emotions. It's because they lack self-confidence. And you're taking their confidence away, so they feel the need to actually put you in a hole. They're trying to make you feel a little bit of what they feel so that can build themselves up. That's what narcissistic people do. They bring you down to bring themselves up, because they're classed as people who are really into themselves, but they actually aren't that much into themselves. They need to try to be into themselves and try to be that way because they lack self-love. People with a lot of self-love, really a lot of self-love, are the ones that give love. The fakes can't do that. It's all self-driven. And you get these people in the spiritual community a lot, and I'm just saying to you to warn you about these people. And what they do is they look up information from people like myself, repeat it, and these people have even contacted me, and they come across as your friend. Then I even had one person accuse me of contacting demons. This person had done courses on all different stuff, and because they don't like the fact, because they're in their egos, to them it's not about helping the planet wake up. It's about them being this amazing healer. It's not. That's what it's about. Now, the reason I was able to heal, from this kind of stuff and this kind of neediness and stuff was because of the awakening. Because the thing that hurts us and the reason that people behave this way is because of the ego. The ego attaches, for example, there's billions of people on this planet. An egotistical person will cling to his or her idea when that's one perspective, but there's billions more on this planet, and you can see the insanity of it once I explain it like that there's billions more ideas, at least on this planet, that you know about. So, and this is the madness of the ego. It's so sure. Well, it's not. Well, that's not actually true. It's very unsure, the ego, and that's why it clings to its ideas, and that's why it's not very confident on its beliefs. That's why they will block you on the internet or delete you if you have an alternative opinion, or if you have have a look that they're not open to yet. What does it mean when when someone offends you or you get annoyed? It means that you can't see from their perspective. It means that a part of your consciousness is closed off. It means that you have to work on expanding yourself. Because if we're all one, then that means that if someone's got a different opinion to you, then it's actually your opinion. But you're closed off from it. So when you feel that trigger, that is your problem. So as soon as I feel that, or have in the past, in this spiritual journey, this spiritual awakening showed me that it was me, and then I would go within, and then I would heal the problem. And this is how, when you go within like this is how you heal all these narcissistic, needy traits, and the ego ultimately, and this is the road to nirvana. And it starts by the spiritual awakening, and that's just a choice to go within yourself. Then it's a journey of inner healing and facing your reflections and realizing whatever negative thing you feel is you, and then you reach nirvana. Don't just block someone every time you get annoyed with them, because I rarely block someone or unfriend people because I want to try and awaken people. I only do it as a last resort if someone isn't looking for understanding, and if I just think it's a waste of time. But most people that just block people when they disagree with them, you're not learning anything in that situation, and you're not getting rid of the problem. The problem is how you're feeling, and that feeling that you're feeling and that annoyance is to do with inside of you. And so you can't get rid of that problem by deleting them because someone else is just annoying you. You've got to go within yourself, and you've got to acknowledge your own inner darkness and your inner problems, and meditate upon it, and then you'll be able to face it without actually hurting from it. That's what meditation allows us to do. And that's how, if you're narcissistic or you're needy or you got any emotions that you don't like, that's how you heal it. I don't want to do a video where I'm criticizing narcissists and stuff. I try to always talk about the problem, but then I also try to bring about the solution to the problem, because I've went through it myself. I try to talk about, especially emotional things. These are things that I've went through myself, and so I can really help. You know, because when you only understand something really if you've went through it. You know, that's the only way you understand something. And that is how I healed from my narcissistic stuff. You know, narcissism is within everyone, because we're all one. We're all connected, and that's what psychologists say, that every one of us. But a narcissist is a different thing. But I want to talk about how to heal it, and that's how you heal it, by acknowledging these emotions, by opening up to it in meditation. This is how I healed from these things. And then as you're healing it deeper and deeper, these traits, that's how you enter nirvana. It's an enlightenment state. It's mindfulness where there's not many thoughts, because you've healed so much of the past. And it comes from deep understanding, and you don't get understanding from just blocking someone on the internet. You know, I've had that on the internet. People who, like I said earlier, they come across as your friend, they're actually narcissists, and then they block me. And sometimes I've been blocked when I thought like I was getting along with them fine, but they block me obviously because it's a problem within them. You know, I know that it's nothing to do with me, and whatever problem someone's got, it's always to do with inside of them. And so I don't really take it personally, because I've been through the same thing myself. But how to heal it is to, you know, not beat yourself up, but in meditation, that's what I do. That's what I done. Is face it in meditation and open up to this problem. Be kind to yourself, and then gradually you will heal it. You will heal this problem, this trigger that gets you annoyed. It makes you want to block someone. It makes you get annoyed at someone when actually it's just an opposite opinion to yours. And there's billions more opposite opinions to yours on this planet. So if you're going to be annoyed at one person, there's a lot more that you're going to be annoyed at if you don't heal the problem that's within you. That's why I say all is within. That's why you have to go within. And that, like I say, I had this unexpected spiritual awakening, and I just tried to pass on the knowledge. You know, none of us are third dimensional beings or fourth dimensional beings or fifth. These are all labels. Everything is illusory, nonsense, and made up by someone. You know, and I'll end on this quote by Steve Jobs from Apple. You know, everything is made up by people who know more smarter than you. And I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.